All right, Sweat Club, Friday, June 19th. We're gonna start with a 6-minute EMOM to get you started for the workout. So that's every minute for 6 minutes. So you're gonna do the single leg deadlifts for a minute and then scat push-ups for a minute. So single leg deadlift, you're going to do a traditional deadlift just on one leg. So that means my knee is bent, my hips are back, so they're back behind my knee, as opposed to, a straight leg. And my chest is tall, so I didn't lose anything in my spine. I didn't over-exaggerate. I didn't go into flexion. So I'm gonna hinge forward and little baby jump at the top. So it takes a little bit of balance to do this. Because you're jumping, you're probably gonna have your arms working in coordination with your legs. So that means at the bottom, my right leg is down, so my left arm is up. All right, if the jump is too much, you could just come into extension. So really trying to straighten the standing leg, the posted leg, and drive the knee up to just a high knee. So this would work if jumping is not an option. So you'll probably do about 30 seconds on each side. Again, little single leg deadlift and then a little jump. With the deadlift, you just have to come to about parallel with the floor, just like traditional deadlift. You're not going to get to the point where your shoulders are lower than your hips anyway, so that's fine. Don't worry about reaching the floor. It's not about that. Okay, so you're going to do 30 seconds on the left, 30 seconds on the right, and then scat push-ups. I like doing these from my knees because I feel like I have more control over my midline. I'm just letting myself sag down, shoulder blades are touching, and then trying to actively push them away. You can totally do that in regular plank. Like I said, I just feel like I lose my midline when I do that. You could also do it standing. We did this earlier in the week. So just moving the shoulder blades around is really nice. And that is your 6-minute EMOM to get you started. Then the actual WOD is only 2 rounds of 100 two-step pack swings and then 40 push-ups. So for the pack swing, I'm actually gonna demo with a kettlebell just so you can see my form a bit better. If you have never done this, I suggest starting in a staggered stance. So what that looks like is just putting my toe or my foot up just behind the other one. It's not really far back, it's just here for a little bit of balance. And then just like a regular kettlebell swing, I'm gonna move my knees up to the side so that I don't knock them because my feet are probably a little bit closer than they normally are. So just going for, like I said, a staggered stance position. And all that does is get you to put all of your weight on the standing leg, okay? So I would practice those. In the actual workout, okay, what it's gonna look like, and I usually start in that position first, so staggered stance, the kettlebell's in front of me, I'm gonna pull it underneath me, and then go for my swing. And then you're alternating your feet. You alternate, if you watch, as soon as the bell comes up, switching feet, switching feet. I normally see people try to switch like on the way down, their rhythm's a bit off, so you wanna make sure that's in place. If the swing is too much, it's a lot to move your arms and your legs in coordination. We take it for granted. Walking is actually pretty hard too, but that coordination piece is tricky. So if that's the case, and my custom program people know this, just stay in one position. So pick a staggered stance. Again, my knees are sort of out to the side. I'm high on my tippy toe. If you go down to your heel, you're gonna shift your weight back. So I wanna put all that weight in my front leg, all right? And then you're just gonna do 25 reps on this leg, and then 25 reps on this leg, 25, 25, or 50 and 50, but just some way to get yourself to 100. So that's an option if rotating and alternating doesn't work, okay? Then 40 push-ups, pretty standard. Some things you can do instead of just regular push-ups is from the knees. You can also do them elevated if you decide to do them elevated. So I have this beam here. I just want to make sure that my chest, if I look, it's right in line with my hands. Sometimes when people do elevated push-ups, they end up pushing their face to where their hands are, so they go up like this. So just make sure you pause for a moment and your physical chest line is right in line with your hands. You can also do chest press on your back. So if you have dumbbells, flip over on your back and you can do chest press for today, since 40 is a big number, and depending on what you're gonna do. Okay, so that is your workout. You're gonna do 2 rounds. And that should be good, yeah. All right, I will see you guys on Sugar WOD.